It is week number 7. It's just about ready to roll. Who will it be lucky week 7 for? The answers begin to unfold as the early games kick off right here on Fox next. Thanks for watching Fox NFL Sunday, presented by GMC.
Everyone in Boston knew Ben Franklin's wicked smart, so he said out for Philly, that's in the play spot. Making discoveries, his thinking was free. He was famous for his witch, I'm in the French overseas. I found him father problem, solve 100 other things. When asked, what's your key, he say, Red Bull gives you wings. Gives you wings.
Dad, how are s'mores made?
It's time for the talk. Well, you know, one day you're going to meet someone that you care about very much, and they're going to tell you not to light your marshmallow on fire. They're wrong. Nothing makes a s'more like Hershey's chocolate.
Chevy drivers need a truck that shows up the same way they do. That's why Chevy Silverado is #1 in manufacturer loyalty. So they can go where others won't and always get it done. And as long as Chevy people keep showing up, we'll keep building trucks that do the same.
Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Or GM employees with a current eligible Chevy lease can get this 2026 Silverado for $189 a month.
It's the return of Saquon Barkley. Once the face of the Giants, now a force for the Eagles. Today against his former team. Fox NFL Pre-Kick Live, presented by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side from East Rutherford, New Jersey. A key matchup in the NFC East. The Eagles at 3-2. Giants come in here at 2-4. All right, so just a little spice added to an already heated rivalry in the NFC East, and one of these teams will move on up in the division. The kickoff is straight ahead.
Stuffed crust to Domino's best deal ever for just $9.99 was all Lindsay's idea.
If millions of people don't order this, I'm definitely fired.
The deal is too good.
Any pizza for $9.99 should mean stuffed crust too.
Dom, Minnows.
Old Spice Gentleman's. Guess I've always been a gentleman. Free.
DJ?
Son, what's going on in there?
I'll be out in a few.
Hours.
Time to check out our players to watch, presented by Nationwide. Mark, let's go defense.
Well, the rookie out of Iowa, Cooper DeJean, had an excellent start to his career last week. 6 tackles and half a sack, also a QB hit, and we know this guy all too well. Big, sexy, Dexy, 7 sacks on the season, but today he wants to hit Saquon Barkley.
Don't let heartburn get in the way of the food you love. Get fast, powerful relief with Tums. Every game's better when you love food back.
You might think you're looking at Taco Bell's Cantina chicken menu, but they're all just extras in this commercial. The real star? Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with main character energy. New jalapeno citrus salsa, only on the Cantina menu.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you
I'll look at Saquon Barkley with his Philadelphia Eagle teammates.
He's over there pumping up the defense.
Eagles won the toss, and they have deferred, so the Giants will receive. Saquon could sit and watch a little bit. 71 degrees, mid-70s, sunny, very little wind. It's really a beautiful day in New Jersey as the Giants at 2-4, coming off a tough loss at home to Cincinnati. And the Eagles had that bye week. Then last week, an impressive and steady performance in defeating the Cleveland Browns. So they come in here 3-2.
And it was a gutty, ugly win, but their first win in the Link this year. And I know their fans were excited about it. Even so excited, there's a little back and forth with their head coach. So let's see if he gets fiery today. We know he's an emotional guy.
Oh, yes, we know that. And the first divisional game of the season for the Eagles is happening here with the Giants. And that will be a touchback. So New York in concussion protocol. And there he is stepping to the bottom of your screen, Neighbors. And Jones protected again and incomplete. Going to Neighbors. The coverage was good. And Darius Slay making the play on an Eagle defense that's young but improving. In fact, since week 3, they've allowed the third fewest yards in the NFL during that stretch.
Well, it's his 12th year. Don't forget that. He's savvy out of Mississippi State. But this guy, you know what he does so well in zone? He can read patterns, and he's playing against a rookie. He's not going to travel with him all over the field, but he knows how to break on those in-cuts like we just saw.
Tracy in motion, dancing around. Blitz is threatened on 3rd and 3, and the quick pass. Robinson, it's incomplete. Now, they were really aggressive last week, and that was part of the game plan going on 4th down, but it looks like here they're going to line up to punt. 21-year-old rookie Cooper DeJean, who you mentioned getting his first start on defense, back to return the punt. Matt Hawk is in there for Jamie Gillen, who's still battling a hamstring. And we'll get a look at the Eagles on offense and Saquon Barkley back in New Jersey.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
From the 16-yard line, Barkley with Jalen Hurts calling the signals. And Hurts to throw with plenty of time. And right on target for the first down to his number 1, A.J. Brown. Let's check in with Christina for more on Saquon.
Well, Chris, we've got a rivalry and a reunion all rolled into one, but not a revenge game, according to Saquon Barkley. He told us, look, I'm not going to say that this is just any other game. I know I'm coming into a hostile environment. In fact, in warm-ups, he told me, I saw my jersey being burned coming into the stadium today, and hey, that put a smile on my face. He said, I don't need to make the magnitude of this moment any much more. I don't have to show them what they're missing. I've been doing that since week 1.
Both teams dealing with a problem there. Fred Johnson will start in for Jordan Mailata with the hamstring issue.
That's right, and you're going to see Grant Calcaterra, number 81, stepping in for the injured Dallas Goedert. That's a great matchup to watch. He sure helped out last week with 4 receptions. For Jalen Hurts, I mean, this is going to be important for him to understand you're going to get simulated pressure, and then you're going to have to hang in there and beat this team from the pocket. Remember, this is a young secondary trying to get all these simulated pressures communicated. That's not easy.
Barkley coming off that play. Hurts coming off a win against Cleveland, and on 3rd down has to dump it off, and that is Barkley with a tough hit and still fighting but short of the first down. Even ran into a giant assistant coach over there.
Don't forget who you lost in number 26.
Yeah, even though he's got a lot of Freds over there, as Christina pointed out, still, as Braden Mann booms it away and back it up. Amir Smith-Marset lets it bounce, and that'll go for a touchback. All right, each team gets a shot offensively. Scoreless so far, and a beautiful day in the Northeast.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by GMC. We are professional grade.
Declined the penalty. They got 11. Tracy stopped short at the 30-yard line. And the Eagle defense has been better against the run in the last few weeks.
He loves those 2 big interior D linemen, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter.
Pass is caught by Robinson, hit hard right away. Need to get to the 41 for a first. It'll be 3rd down. Quinyon Mitchell made the tackle. There he is, top of your screen.
Might have a little safety help right there.
Jones had a moment. Didn't release it. He's sacked inside the 25. Josh Sweat, 12th sack of the season for this Eagle defense. Cooper DeJean back, moving up to the 28-yard line, and slips a few tackles. Slippery, spinning to the 34-yard line. Eagles on offense. scoreless here after Philadelphia's defense does its job.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I went through the tunnel down the turnpike just like him and found a home in Philly as well.
And there's booze for Barkley. Are they going to do that every time? Smith-Marset waving everybody away, and he's going to grab it and then lose it out of bounds.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Bud Light. If you drink, don't drive, decide to ride.
Play today's Fox Super 6 free-to-play game. Download the Fox Sports app right now and enter for your free chance to win your share of $10,000 in weekly cash prizes.
The only thing, when you run the quarterback like that, he's got to get down. You don't want him knocked out of the game.
They need 3 for a first. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down again. Sacked at the 30 by Nolan Smith Jr. His second sack of this season.
They toggle him and Josh Sweat. Both of those guys know how to get after the passer, and you see they're clearly bringing that pressure package, both defenses, on backup left tackles.
False start, offense, number 49. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Matthew Adams called for that penalty.
And aggressive when it comes to those 4th and shorts. In a game like this, points are at a premium. They're going to need some field goals as well.
DeJean. Here comes a flag as he is knocked down eventually. Another opportunity for the Eagles here on offense.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. Check it out.
The old Fumble-Rooski. Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle-Rooski.
Ooh, that's a better play.
Plus, it's more fun to say. Bundle-Rooski. Yeah. Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski. Bundle-Rooski do. Try it.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
He can, though.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This week, he wants to show pressure, keep guys in coverage, and make Hurts beat him through the air.
Blitz is on, got rid of it, catch, but you got to get it to A.J. Brown if you're Hurts, as you said, and he's got a first down. Let's get a game break and check in. Say hi to Carissa Thompson. Carissa?
Hello, Chris. Battle for first place in the NFC North today, and Aaron Jones takes the handoff, cuts outside, goes untouched, 34 yards for the score. Minnesota would also add a field goal. Vikings on top, 10-0. Chris?
And a little Pilates doesn't help me, but he needed a special machine, as you pointed out.
He ain't shopping at Costco anymore.
Barkley spins for a first down. His best run.
He doesn't want to add any fuel to that fire.
Fake to Mr. Barkley. Hurts will throw high, but a good grab by A.J. Brown.
They aren't playing to the whistle, Chris. They're playing right through the whistle.
Smith-Marset waving people away, and it rolls out of bounds. And Giants take over on offense here, scoreless. Friday night on Fox, Game 1 of the World Series. Catch baseball's best as they begin their final fight for the title. Coverage beginning Friday, 7 Eastern on Fox. We know the Yankees are in. Will it be the Dodgers or the Mets? It's going to be a terrific matchup either way. End of quarter number 1.
Scoreless, go figure.
Saquon Barkley has had some touches, but the defenses have controlled this so far. You're watching the NFL on Fox from East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Start of the second quarter here with the Eagles and Giants. The pitch to Singletary. So the defenses have been dominating. There goes number 1. Blitz coming. Jones is sacked inside the 30. Nakobe Dean. Look at the play clock.
Back on track.
Just in time. Jones, they need 10 here. Singletary run out of bounds. 2 takeaways by the Eagle defense this season. And Jones avoids the sack this time. He's going to get a block out there from his running back. Push away. Matt Hawk. And this will sail out of bounds towards the sideline. Still scoreless, just over 11 and a half before the half. Nakobe Dean with the latest sack. 3 each. Each defense doing its job.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Wingstop. Wingstop is here.
Darian Kennard and Trevor Keegan are both inactive. Those are backup linemen that might normally be available. So Steen is out there. And Barkley turns the corner. And there he goes. Saquon Barkley showing some speed. He did have a 65-yarder earlier this year. And that's how you break the code of these defenses. Gainwell is in as Barkley gets a break. And Kenneth Gainwell with a first down. Leaning into Banks, tough run. Ran in the same direction.
And a very similar play, letting Hurts diagnose some of this stuff at the line. And don't forget, he has a chance to pull some of these.
Gainwell works through the crowd and to about the 2.5 yard line.
Yeah, here comes 26. I was just going to say, if we're getting this close to sniffing the goal line right here, we got to get 2-6 back in the ball game. You want his power down near the goal line to punch this thing in if you're the Eagles, and I don't mind a couple back-to-back runs.
Barkley has 4 rushing touchdowns this season and a touchdown catch. Barkley has it in a crowd. They're going to push, and he is in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley scores as an Eagle against the Giants here in Jersey. It took a moment.
They got him completely stopped up front. Look at big Dexter Lawrence right in the middle, plugging both A-gaps, and they still find a way to push through. Landon Dickerson and the rest of the crew up front. It turned into a rugby scrum, and you know Saquon ain't getting turned down. Not in this building, not today, not in that new Eagles uniform.
Well, if you knew it and the Eagles knew it, seemed like the Giants knew it, and they still couldn't stop Saquon Barkley. Second quarter drive of 74 yards. It only took 5 plays because they ran and ran, and Barkley with that 55-yarder caps it off, finding the end zone. 7-0 Eagles. Well, it was all runs, and even on the finish, Barkley with his 40th career rushing touchdown, his 53rd overall. And we mentioned in the open, nobody's run for more yards or scored more touchdowns in this stadium, whatever you want to name it, than Saquon Barkley, and he just added to it, but this time as a member, of course, of the Eagles. They were trying to work their way up in really a wide open NFC East, no disrespect to Washington and what they've been able to do. But plenty of time, first division game for the Eagles, and Jones has to unload in a hurry to Tyrone Tracy, who is eventually dragged down. Jones, and you talked about what the Eagles were doing. No matter what, he's been under pressure.
Well, he absolutely has. I mean, he's barely able to get to his first read at times. You see that? He's trying to find number 1, and he's got 2 or 3 Eagles all around him. They got to find a way to keep this guy upright in the pocket so he can operate.
At least they picked up 4, and he threads the needle to Slayton, who slides at the 45. There's a flag down on the other side of the field around the 36-yard line.
I think you're going to get a lineman downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 61. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Even though it happened quick, the penalty backs them up. Jones open in the middle. Going back, and did it? No, it hit the ground.
Oh.
It was thrown a little behind Darius Slayton. That was just a tough catch. But it leaves them at 3rd and 11 of the play clock, down to 2. And snapped. Jones has to get rid of it. And he's going to be sacked. 4th sack of the game. Bryce Huff gets this one. But it seems like every Eagle is getting in on it. Getting to Daniel Jones. Backing up in the sun inside the 15. Cooper DeJean makes a lot of that up. Across the 30. Wow. What a return to the 42-yard line. Cooper DeJean, the rookie from Iowa, described as a steak and potatoes kind of guy by his head coach. A 64-yard punt, but a 28-yard return. He just wouldn't go down.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
After a loss of a yard, Hurts dumps it off short to Gainwell, who spins, and he's close to a first down across midfield.
Well, here's that area.
And he got it.
Oh, he got it. I was going to say, I thought we were going to see a tush push. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, people like that. He's an innovative mind. He does a lot at the line of scrimmage, giving the quarterback a lot of freedom. This is a little different for Jalen.
The blitz is picked up, and the pass is on target by Hurts, going to be short of the first down. First catch of the game for Grant Calcaterra.
That's shallow, but the best way to stop the... Oh, I thought we were going tush push. Maybe not.
No, well, they need 3, so that's Brown in motion, top of your screen on 4th down. Hurts for A.J. Brown. Oh. He's got it! He's in! All the way for an Eagle touchdown on a 4th down play.
Look at Hurts having to throw this thing off his back foot like a corporal chucking grenades out of a foxhole. Are you kidding me? And then he's always going to trust his guy one-on-one, man-to-man. Oh, they were sure that it was going to be a short underneath route. They tried to press him. You try and press a big man like that, you could be in trouble. A.J. Brown has the top-end speed to beat you.
Really well-thrown ball. Nick McLeod was trying to stay and was near A.J. Brown, but when you connect that well, there's nothing you can do about that. A backbreaker for the Giant defense.
And those are the ones, if you miss, everybody's got their arms up in the air. It's 4th and 3, man. Hand the ball off or something, but it worked out there.
An aggressive call to go on 4th and 3, and now it's 14-0 Eagles. An extraordinary play as they connected for the 3rd touchdown catch of the season for A.J. Brown. And after a struggling first quarter where defenses dominated, the second quarter, Eagles have opened it up.
Well, they sure love going to number 1, and that's exactly what McLeod had to defend. Last play, one-on-one, the best receiver maybe in the league, and you got him into the boundary, and that's the quarterback's favorite target. That's a tall order for a defender one-on-one. That go ball.
Yeah, last week was the 8th time that Hurts had thrown a touchdown to both Smith and Brown in a game. That was a new Eagles record. Now Jones down 14 and down with another sack. Jalen Carter has this one. That's 5.
The move is when Neighbors gets open. It's too late.
From the pocket, short. Tracy tackled right away. Excellent tackle by Zach Bond, who leads the team in tackles. And get the ball to Neighbors. That's when this offense has clicked. There he is, bottom of your screen. If Jones has time, he's going in that area, but a long throw and almost intercepted. Running under it was Quinyon Mitchell. The 23-year-old rookie from Toledo. We're hearing some boos. Meanwhile, Cooper DeJean, who had that outstanding return, fair catch this time. Giants have scored only 1 touchdown in 3 home games this year.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, the return of Saquon Barkley as the numbers on Jalen Hurts. 2 minutes before the half, Philadelphia with the lead. with the football. You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Put some points on the board.
And the Eagles are looking for a knockout punch. Smith-Barset with a flag down, dancing around across the 35 and out of bounds. And let's check in with Carissa for a game break.
Thanks, Chris. Lions down 3 to the Vikings. Jared Goff throws a beautiful ball down the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the recipient of this 35-yard score. Lions now in front, 14-10. Chris?
Jones will keep, and didn't get much. Interesting call, especially when time is important to you. Time this time.
Gotta be smart.
Got to get rid of it, and he does, and he's knocked down anyway. That was Nakobe Dean just making sure that he knew he was there. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee back at L.A.
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Show, man, what a double feature we have for you. We'll have highlights from the matinees, including the Packers and Texans, and we'll set the stage for the marquee event on Fox, a Super Bowl rematch between the Chiefs and Niners. We'll see you at the intermission.
How aggressive. One shot at the end zone, as you said, Mark. Where do you go? Neighbors is in the slot.
Neighbors in the slot again. They're trying to move him around and get him free. But he's going to get doubled all the way.
So Jones will fire the other way. A flag and a touchdown. Theo Johnson hauls it in.
Oh, no, this might be on Theo Johnson. The rookie out of Penn State.
Pass interference. Offense, number 84. 10-yard penalty, third down.
Well, they actually had one touchdown earlier, but they have now 8 field goals in this, their 4th home game. The 3 previous were offensive struggles, and this is the way it's gone. After a 55-yard run, Saquon Barkley in his return powers into the end zone to make it 7-0, and then on a 4th and 3, A.J. Brown from Hurts.
And that was a pretty ball. That subtle push we talked about, that subtle push off. Those wily veteran wide receivers.
So he did his the right way.
He did his the right way.
Theo
Johnson, a little too much.
And with 5 seconds, you just want to make sure Eagles don't have a chance with Gainwell and Will Shipley, the rookie, back there to return. The Eagles protecting the 11-point lead, and they're going to get the football to start the second half as they deferred to open the game. Third-year player at the tight end spot, Daniel Bellinger, talking to the rookie, Theo Johnson from Penn State. Well, it's been an interesting first half with the Giants defense coming up with 4 sacks, 2 of them by Dexter Lawrence, and then 5 sacks for the Eagles defense, keeping the Giants out of the end zone. And Hurts steady at the control for the Eagles. All right, let's take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by State Farm.
The biggest issue to me has been the sacks for both teams. These quarterbacks need a clean pocket. They need a chance to operate here. And you see the third down issues on both sides, trying to keep drives alive.
Total yards, Eagles with the advantage and on the scoreboard. Verizon Halftime is coming your way after a quick timeout. Stay with us.
At Home Depot, we've got 4th of July savings and all your appliance answers.
I want something to simplify my day.
Get a GE Profile fridge that lends a helping hand and all-in-one laundry in a new eye-catching color. Find your appliance answers now at the Home Depot.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
Howie and Michael ready to strap them up. 9 first-half sacks combined in that game between the Eagles and the Giants. Let's check in on some of the other highlights here.
Got a good ball game going. The Lions are at the Minnesota Vikings. They swept the Minnesota Vikings last year. They actually had beaten them 3 times in a row. Good job by Goff. Looking left, blitz comes upside. He beats the blitzing guy, finds Amon-Ra St. Brown on a 35-yard post route. Man-to-man coverage, nobody in the middle. Beautiful job, 21-10. Lions on top of the Vikings. Geno Smith, leading passer in the NFL. Cover 2, they come up on the slot, steps up, he sees it. There he is, DK Metcalf beats the safety over him, beats Bates, and then gets right in between the two safeties. A beautiful thrown ball, 31-yard touchdown. 17-7 Seahawks over the Atlanta Falcons. Dolphins at the coast. Anthony Richardson back in the lineup after missing the past 2 weeks. Watches Tyler Huntley. Tyler setting up, dumping it off. There it is. Jonnu Smith on a 10-yard touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. We should see him in action next week. He's been out with in concussion protocol. 10-3, though, Miami over the Indianapolis Colts. Before the game between the Packers and the Texans, Stephon Diggs and Jair Alexander getting into it. Joe Mixon, though, the running back coming over from Cincinnati in acquisition there. Beautiful job by Mixon inside. Touchdown of 4 yards, 19-14. Houston on top of Green Bay. Titans at the Bills. Amari Cooper coming over from the Cleveland Browns, wide receiver for Buffalo. But it's Mason Rudolph in for the injured quarterback. Levis rolling right, turning around, sees his man Ukinye right there for the 4-yard strike. Tennessee 10, Buffalo 7. A shocker there. Bengals at the Browns. Nick Chubb, welcome back. Injury in week 2 of last season.
This is ugly. Deshaun Watson, no one even close to him, goes down with an injury. He was carted off the field, and you can see right there, it looks like his Achilles just snapped. So he is done certainly for the day, being taken off. Meanwhile, Nick Chubb back in action after that knee injury last year.
Out of the eye, lead block, get outside, kick out block, then Nick Chubb going back to the inside. Much needed running back for the Browns is Nick Chubb. Cincinnati, though, 7-6. On top of Cleveland at the half. And for those of you that watched this morning, play action by Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars, firing deep. Patriots there. Good throw. Golly, that was a great throw. Dropped it right in to Thomas, and then, of course, take Brigsby in from 1 yard out. And Jacksonville gets their second win on the year, 32-16 over the New England Patriots.
Welcome to Football Sunday.
Return of Saquon Barkley to New Jersey. He's got 10 touches. He had a catch. He had the big 55-yard run and the touchdown run. You expect him to see at least that many touches in the second half?
Exactly right. And when you're getting this kind of pressure from the Giants defense, one of your best friends is the screen game. And Saquon Barkley is elite at running screens.
All right, let's head down to the field. Check in with Christina.
Well, the Eagles defense is getting after it. Talking to Nick Sirianni at the half, he said it's good individual rushes, good group rushes, and also good coverage down the field. Offensively, he said, I'll take the explosives, but coming out, I want us to sustain drives and drive the ball down the field. I also asked him, how is Saquon handling the emotions of the moment? He said, he's been good. He's been under control. I got more excited on the touchdown than he did. He's done a good job handling the emotion.
All right, thanks, Christina. We know that Nick Sirianni gets excited more than most. And he tells the players who go back against a former team or a hometown, you channel your emotion. If you want to use it against them, great. If you just want to act like it's not a big deal, do that too. Do what works for you.
Remember, he was a first-round pick a couple years ago.
It'll be Smith-Marsette backing up to the Giant 11-yard line. And good special teams, stopped short of the 20-yard line. Daniel Jones has been sacked 5 times today and harassed a lot more. Leads the offense.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Google.
After missing the last couple of games, Tyrone Tracy played much of the first half.
There we go. There we go.
And up to 4. Jones will throw, and incomplete. It would have been enough for the first down, but Robinson now second. Giants are second in the NFL in most drops behind Cleveland. Got to have those missed opportunities so the Eagles will get it back.
Especially out there, the defense does their job coming out of halftime. Got to capitalize on that third down.
Eagles up 14-3 with the football. A.J. Brown, he was back last week and all over it today with a touchdown catch, one of his 4 grabs. He had missed 3 games with the hamstring, and they were the first games he had missed since joining the Eagles in 2022. And part of the offensive explosion today.
Never since that draft day trade, there's been no secret that that is their elite #1 receiver. He's their guy.
Crafty move by the Eagle front office as Hurts on target. A.J. Brown on cue. And you touched on it. When you've got a guy who can beat one-on-one coverage and force other coverage, it's a game-changing stat when he's in there and when he's out of there.
Such a huge difference in the win column. Undefeated this year with him.
Barkley across the 40 and stopped short of the 44-yard line, tripped up by Trey Hawkins.
In Philly, they're loving this guy.
And he's been a great teammate. That's the first thing they all said when they talked about having him here, along with what he does on the field. Good enough for the first down carry.
Oh, baby.
Straight ahead, big hole for Barkley. There he goes. Inside the 15-yard line of the Giants with a stare from Saquon Barkley.
On defense, because he can take it the distance.
A 38-yard run, and here he goes again. Banging shoulders inside the 10. His 20th career 100-yard game. 8 out of 12 on 4th down tries. What do you think?
And I like this call. Up 11. Go ahead. I'm surprised they didn't get in their tight formation for the brotherly shove.
Hurts. He's going to run, get the first down.
Oh!
And be stopped there. Took a tough hit, but he made it.
Pinnock.
Yeah, Jason Pinnock delivered it. But he got the first down. And
that was a serious collision. There it comes.
Lost Mekhi Becton during the game. And this will be whatever you want to call it. Hurts will keep. He will get pushed. There's a flag down. And he did not get in.
Did they move early?
On a 2nd and goal. They're pointing to the Giants.
I think they lined up offsides.
Offside. Defense, number 51. Line up in the neutral zone. Penalty is half the distance to the goal.
Hurts the push.
There it is.
And touchdown Eagles. Jalen Hurts with a shove. His 3rd touchdown run this year.
Look at Barkley chirping at his guys. But watch the push. This is the all-out team effort. Just like in Remember the Titans, Coach Boone, what did Denzel Washington say? Like Novocaine, give it time. It always works, baby.
That's it.
That's a tough play to stop.
Barkley set up the drive. His quarterback scores. Jake Elliott out for the extra point. And it's 21-3. The Giant defense could hang in there only so long. Hurts with a touchdown run to match his earlier touchdown pass. And the Eagles in control of things. Jalen Hurts, who told us before the game, things are starting to come together for this offense. His 44th career rushing touchdown, so he's now 3rd in NFL history for quarterbacks, passing Steve Young. Oof. It's a good group right there.
It's a heck of a group. Look at that scoring drive. Yeah. 6 rushes by Saquon Barkley for 67 yards doing the bulk of the work on that one.
And getting away from the Giants.
You hear him calling out, run.
Run. From up here. And we'll gain a few.
Saving a touchdown.
Fake to Tracy. And Jones is sacked. That is the 6th today, the 2nd for Jalen Carter.
With 4-down territory here for the Giants. Remember, Coach Dable talked to us about that and how he will communicate to that to Daniel Jones.
Blitz is picked up for a moment, but Jones is going to go down again. I mean, this is a Nakobe Dean. This is just getting awful for Jones back there. Dialed up by the D coordinator and back to punting. Fair catch called for inside the 10-yard line. Let's check in with Carissa for a game break.
Thanks, Chris. Lions already up 4. Khalif Raymond's defender falls down. He gets a block downfield, and he's going to score from 21 yards out. Lions extend their lead to 11 over the Vikings. Chris?
All right, thanks so much. And here, 7 sacks by the Eagle defense. And the offense now with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, and throw in a little A.J. Brown. And 21-3 is your score here. Thanks for tuning in as the Barkley return has been one of success. The owner of the Giants said, remember, in the Hard Knocks show, I'll have a hard time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia. I'll tell you that. And he did.
Yeah, you're going to need a Tempur-Pedic pillow.
It's just tough to...
that's tough to swallow.
Yeah, in your division against your guys.
God.
And there goes Barkley. He's already had 2 big runs. Let's tack on another one. And he's dragging Giants with him all the way near midfield. The Giant logo. Dragging them with him to that logo. Kenneth Gainwell will come in to give Barkley a break. And Gainwell's got a big hole. Ankle tackler. He might be off and running for the end zone. Pinnock making the tackle for more at Saquon. Let's go down to Christina.
Yeah, Saquon told us last season he felt like he was in a little bit of a funk, playing on the 1-year deal, the contract negotiations, and feeling like they didn't see a future in me. He said, I almost didn't know who I was myself, but being in a new place, he said, has helped me so much, having guys like A.J. Brown say, hey, you're Saquon Barkley, and he's in a much better place.
Well, the Eagles knew what they were doing when they added him to this offense with Hurts and A.J. Brown and the creativity. I mean, Barkley might be the best thing to happen to Philadelphia since Ben Franklin. 21-3, Philadelphia behind Barkley and the bunch up on the Giants here in Jersey.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Coca-Cola. Refresh your holidays. And by Walmart.
Beautiful day weather-wise here in New Jersey at East Rutherford with Mark Sanchez, Christina Pick, Chris Myers. That's the way the scoring has gone by the quarter. Scoreless opening quarter where the defenses have played really good football the entire game. 7 sacks for the Eagles and 4 for the Giants. But Philadelphia's been able to get to the end zone, riding the return of Saquon Barkley.
Looked like during that timeout, they were trying to scheme up something for Devontae Smith over there.
0 for 7 on 3rd down. That's the one thing that hasn't gone right for the Eagles today. Facing a 3rd and 7 with Gainwell in there. Blitz. Hurts gets away. And Jalen Hurts is going to run for the first down and a little bit more out of bounds. How did he escape from that? When everybody's getting sacked today, he unsacked him. Gainwell slips through. He's got a 1st and goal to the 5. $325 total yards, over 240 rushing for the Eagles, and Gainwell in a crowd slowed inside the 5 as the clock continues to run. Well, they're 2 out of 2 on 4th down, and they've been very productive 4th down conversions.
And this is a monster play for the Giants. Momentum.
Timeout.
Call timeout here. Let this clock wind down. Get their thoughts organized and get ready for this 4th down.
Timeout. Philadelphia.
Well, all eyes turn to Big Noon Saturday. 4th-ranked Ohio State goes up against Nebraska. It's a pivotal Big Ten showdown starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. Big Noon kickoff from Columbus, Ohio. It'll be live, followed by Nebraska, Ohio State. That's at noon, only on Fox. In the NFC East, the Cowboys are on a bye. The 3-3 Cowboys. Washington leading the division with Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn. 4-2 record. They're at Carolina a little bit later. Hosting, going up against Carolina, I should say. And of course here, Philadelphia will move to 4-2, provided they hang on. Right now, they just want to add to the 21-3 lead.
That's exactly right. This will be a statement either way. If the Giants can stop them, I know it's a long field ahead of the Giants offense. If they do, hold them out of the end zone, but if they can do it, they just need some sort of momentum, something to get this crowd back into it, and to stop them at their own game with the tush push here would be massive.
Hurts forward, and nothing yet. Yes, signal for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts, second rushing touchdown of the day.
This is all determination. I think on that 3rd down, they had a funky snap, and he didn't quite field it clean. This time he got it perfect. Just look at the push up front. That's almost
wow. Bodies flying all over.
Did you see?
Yeah.
All the Eagles immediately. We're in there, baby. We're in there.
They're just used to it. Very productive day again for Jalen Hurts. Coming off of that Cleveland game, we had a couple of touchdown passes, was steady here at the controls. Touchdown pass to A.J. Brown in the first half, and now 2 scoring runs with Barkley, the headliner around that. It's now 28-3 Eagles.
I was having fun. I was having fun, and I kind of got some feedback from the guys. Is the sense of like, we need you back, Nick. We need your energy. You know, when I'm operating and having fun, I think that breeds to the rest of the football team. You know, if I want the guys to celebrate and be themselves after big plays, then I should probably do that myself.
Nick Sirianni, his son looked a little bored, but the buzz around that wasn't, Mark. And his players said, hey, you can show your emotion. Don't get into it with fans, especially your own fans. Wait, what do you, as a player, think of that with your head coach in that area?
Well, I think a lot of that was a result of, you know, getting your butt whooped right before bye week against Tampa. It looked exactly like the meltdown last year in the playoffs against Tampa. So I think emotions are running hot, and he's got somebody chirping at him from the sideline saying, hey, run the ball, man, run the ball. Well, I'm not saying crowdsource your offensive strategy, but, you know, you run the ball for 252 yards and the game's not even over yet. I think he got the message.
Yeah, they ran the heck out of the ball as Daniel Jones will look on, and Drew Lock will come into the game, who he has not taken any snaps other than maybe holding for punter Zach Gillen in week 2 when there was an injury to the kicker. And, you know, you played, well, let's just talk about New York. It may appear down and out, but we've seen what the Mets have done. And
no doubt.
You know, the Yankees, too, when they come back from April and Aaron Judge is getting booed. So New York sports, there's a different feel, a different vibe. And that's how it's gone today for the Giants. But the catch is made by Wan'Dale Robinson.
Not the start you're looking for on that play for Drew Lock and to the season. I know all about it, and I know Daniel Jones has that.
And that's incomplete. Excellent defense again by the Eagles. Yeah, you started out very successfully. Obviously go to championship games as a Jets quarterback.
Way too many drops today. Got to service the quarterback.
Block will throw incomplete. Signed that one-year deal with the Giants after a couple of seasons in Seattle. And it's 4th down, so this is pretty much what we've seen all day. 7 sacks. Ninth punt of the game for Matt Haack. 28-3 here in the 4th quarter, and all day. Eagle defense has been on the defensive.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Tremfya and by Little Caesars, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
Another solid performance in what will be back-to-back wins from Jalen Hurts for this Eagles team. A couple of rushing touchdowns as well. Barkley's averaging 10 a carry today. Coming up next, Super Bowl rematch. We've all been kind of waiting for this. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs going up against Brock Purdy and the 49ers. It's America's Game of the Week here on Fox. Coming up after this, and also on the Fox Sports app. Purdy among the top quarterbacks in the league, passing-wise. Averaging over 270 yards. Braden Mann back to boom it away. Amir Smith-Marset stopped dead in his tracks. Just like that. Special teams play. Ringo making the stop. Boy, you can relate to this, Mark. He just didn't have time to do anything.
Oh, I mean, when you look at your first read on quick game and you're getting hit, or you make a play action fake and immediately there's defenders right in your grill, it's impossible to keep your eyes downfield. They have to drop and you have to try and protect yourself. You see him working to get vertical in the pocket, remain a passer. You know, this is starting to look like last year where they gave up 85 sacks. I mean, it seemed like they had started to clean that up earlier in the season. A tough sled for the Giants passing offense.
So now Locke with a miscommunication there. Kind of lost to the shuffle, joined the Seahawks in 2022, part of that Russell Wilson trade. And that's Robinson getting shoved out of bounds. And Barkley did kind of bring that up a little bit as the blitz is on here, and Locke's going to have to get rid of it. He left the ball behind, and it's picked up by a member of the offensive line. That's Greg Van Roten, alertly on top of that. Fair catch. Well, the headline here was the return of Saquon Barkley. We've been talking about it for a reason. He's been a difference maker for the Eagles. Shows up at the stadium wearing a different uniform for the first time after 6 years as a member of the Giants, and a couple of big runs, 176 rush yards, touchdown.
He's really matured. Yeah, mission accomplished for sure for him today, but he's really matured as a runner. And he's just a disciplined back. You know, earlier in his career, he'd have the electric ones, but try and bounce some of those runs that I think now he gets vertical on, and he uses his power. Dynamic offense, and a lot of that is when A.J. Brown is back on the field. He commands so much respect in the secondary.
Will Shipley.
And every once in a while, get us out of trouble on some of these key third downs.
Work today against a division rival. Kick is away. And bounces inside the 40. All right, let's get another game break and check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thank you, Chris. Letting you guys know what's coming up next. A Super Bowl rematch. Niners-Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes looking to keep his team perfect and improve to 6-0 coming off a bye. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy and the Niners looking for a little revenge. Kyle Shanahan has never beat Andy Reid. Will that change today? We will find out next. It's America's Game of the Week.
All right, thank you. Look forward to that.
That'll be a fun one to watch. So tough to do. Much easier to say.
Singletary carries, knocked down right away. Eagles defense still playing tough. Yeah, you know, it's interesting.
Andy Reid, I would not be shocked if he's up for Coach of the Year again.
Eagles, meanwhile, on their way to their fourth win as Drew Lock floats one perfectly, but Jalen Hyatt could not hold on. And that, hope he's all right. Eagle fans showing up in force. Sounds like that guy could have been on the defensive line today. A group self. Wait a minute, is he early?
Oh, is that off-season Santa Claus?
Well, it's warm enough here. Nice temperature in the 70s, sunny.
Who's my guy to his left? What?
That's
yeah, this kind of look like Jim McMahon.
Yeah, he was. That's
Briefly an Eagle quarterback as well.
That's great.
Yeah, that's the number.
Rock that number 9. That's great.
3rd and 11 for Drew Lock. And knocked away at the last moment. Ball was on the way, but Sidney Brown was there to deflect it, and it's 4th down. Offense never really got clicking. Trying to overcome sacks just about on every drive. Fair catch inside the 10. Eagle offense will take over. Jalen Hurts, who talked about the addition of Saquon Barkley, what that does for him and this offense. That was that 4th down play to A.J. Brown.
On 4th and 3, and hit the home run up the sidelines, and then we know what he can do down near the goal line. And he's a guy you have to gang tackle in the backfield. He can't do it with just one guy. He rarely goes down. I swear that play's on repeat, man. Every time you watch it, their success rate is through the roof. And I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Physically so strong.
After that Rams game on November 24, they don't get on a plane again. They're just on trains and buses. Here are the games leading up to that Rams game, but they have a serious advantage of not having to fly anywhere towards the end of the season, staying fresh, and being able to finish strong.
Yeah, the Brazil trip was
yeah, right. It's like they help them out on the back end there because of that big trip early to start the year.
It all evens out, but this is a favorable schedule the way these teams, obviously that game with Washington is going to be a big one, and it may be for who controls the top spot of the division at that point, depending upon how the Eagles play and what Dallas and the Commanders do in between. But it's a favorable schedule. If the Eagles are running a ball like this and not turning it over, that's the one thing too. They want to get more takeaways. Braden Mann is hammered, and there's a flag down in the end zone. He's all right.
He said you can't do that.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense, number 45. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
The way they look today with this improving defense, the energy of their head coach, and this offense with the talent they have, trending up for the Eagles at a 28-3 lead with 2 minutes to go. Through the years, Giants, Eagles, going way back. Giants lead the series overall, 94 wins to 89 losses, 2 ties. Eagles have recently won 5 of the last 6 meetings. And we can maybe tack on today with the 7 sacks, but always a good time, a good scene.
Eagles and Commanders have really taken hold of this division early. They're going to have to duke it out a couple times to sort it out completely. This is a tough, powerful Eagles team. They're clicking on all cylinders like today, especially in the run game on offense. Makes them tough to beat.
Yeah, look forward to games with Jalen Hurts running around along with Jaden Daniels.
Absolutely.
When Washington and Philly run into each other. Dan Quinn of the Commanders, obviously Nick Sirianni, 2 very emotional and attached coaches to their teams. Their energy flows. And for Brian Daboll, it's been frustrating. They still get the touchdown at home has just been a chore for this team. But the Eagles, and you look at their talent, what they've put together, Mark, and you saw their record before, and you go, wait, shouldn't they be better than where they are record-wise? And it seems like they're getting there.
It really does, and it took them a little bit of a slow start to get things moving. But they sure were clicking today, and a lot of that's guys you bring in, guys you develop along the way. You look across the field at some of the draft picks that don't quite work out and players that don't end up showing up for you after you invest in them, and it makes it tough.
The return of Saquon Barkley, a success story for the Eagles as they win it 28-3. A State Farm game break. Let's head there now with Kurt Menefee.